I would rather just give what I have. People that really truly rock with me will come. To me, this is God telling me like, no, Gabby, you need to cut it out. You need to stop. Stop trying to be what you think everybody wants you to be. Stop trying to do what you think everybody wants you to do. And do you. I created you to be who you are. Share what you know to help people. Okay, God, got you. What's up, boo? My name is Gabby. Welcome if you are new, and if you're not, welcome back to my channel, Gabby Be Speaking. My name is Gabby, and on my channel I talk about leveling up, personal development, and in this video I just want to get a little personal about how my I just want to be transparent about who I am, what I'm about, what I'm here for, and where my channel is going. So I create content based off my own personal experience, things that I've been through. I'm by no means a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist, although I do believe that I could have been one of the three and been excellent, but I don't have those credentials, and I am very knowledgeable, in my opinion, in the things that I talk about because I have been through the most, and I've learned from just about everything. And the things that I haven't fully connected, I'm still going through them right now. Personal development, growth is not something that I just talk about. It's literally my life. I'm always in my head. I'm always trying to figure out why I'm mad or why I'm sad or why I can't get over something or yada yada yada. So that's really pretty much what my channel is based around, and growing and moving on through relationships. And see, the problem is with YouTube, honestly, when I started YouTube a few months back in November 2020, it's now April 2021. I didn't even know you can make money off of YouTube. I did not know. I've been wanting to start a channel for like the past 2 years, but I never knew what about. And then once my business started as a coach, I realized like, oh my gosh, I can just talk about growth. I can talk about mindset, all that stuff that I do every day. So when I started my YouTube, that's really why I got the ball rolling. But the thing is, at this point, I feel like I put myself in a box. I enjoy the content that I talk about, but I feel like it's just so narrow. It's so narrow that I can't really talk about and speak about things that I want to. And that's an issue because I feel like I can't help people the way I want to. And even further, it's an issue because I feel like I can't be me. And that is the number one thing I loved about YouTube when I first started. I actually have a podcast as well. It's called All Grown Up Podcast, and on there I talk about everything that I want, and I can be myself, but I also started that podcast to help people in different ways. So I found that as I've gone on YouTube, I'm kind of losing myself a little bit, and I think that's partly because ever since I started working at the age of 17, everything I've done has just been customer service based, community based, and I have a degree in public health, community health. So even after I got through my jobs through high school, through college, after I graduated college, I was still doing community-based jobs. And once I found out more about YouTube, because I didn't even know you could get paid on YouTube and all of that jazz when I first started, but when I started to figure out more of what they say you should do to build your YouTube and stuff like that, that's what really got things super narrow, and I started feeling like I was serving a community, which at some point you are, and I do care about that because I want to help people open their mind, broaden their perspectives and things like that. But I also want to be myself at the same time. And when I realized that I got to a point where I felt like I was giving more to YouTube than I was getting from it, that's when I was like, oh no ma'am, this is not gonna do, because I started YouTube to help people, but to give myself something too. I'm already in a job that I don't really rocks with like that. I'm not trying to create one that I don't really rocks with. And don't get me wrong, everything that I speak on is based off real life experience, what I've been through, what I know, and I know I'm knowledgeable. I know what I've been through can help somebody because I've been through, and for the most part I've gotten through just about all of it. And the things that I haven't, I'm still working through it because I know I'm not going to live on this earth and be miserable, mean, mad, sad, and everything else. I'm just not going to live like that. I lost my brother when he was 19. Like, there's no way I'm going to allow myself to walk this earth and be depressed or anything like that. And I've been depressed, so I'm not taking shots. I know how hard that is, but I've also come out of it. So I'm not trying to create anything that doesn't fill me wholly, and that's what YouTube was doing for me at first. I enjoyed it so much. I still like YouTube, but now I feel like I'm doing too much community and not loving myself enough. While in the process, when you're building, you try not to compare yourself to other people and, you know, do what they're doing and talking what they're talking about. You try to structure your videos in a certain way and just all this other stuff. I'm gonna need that dog to chill out. I had to close my window and cut off my fresh air. That dog get on my nerves, be out there barking like that every afternoon. Anyway, I totally forgot where I was at. But really, I just want to be myself. I don't want to feel like I have to be a certain way. And when you work in customer service, they want you to be a certain way, talk a certain way, act a certain way, look a certain way. You know, I had one job before. They would listen to our phone calls and they told us they wanted to hear that we were smiling. And then later on, new management came in. I was taking a call, and later she was like, Gabby, you sound totally different when you're on the phone. And I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, yeah, you know, yeah. Because I really didn't know, because this is what y'all want, you know? So I'm at a point at my life where I'm just so tired. I'm tired of feeling like I gotta be a certain way or act a certain way or put something on a certain blah, blah, blah. I just wanna be me. That's why I started my podcast and my channel, so that I can share things that I've learned and still be myself. And a big part in that as well is my religion. If you know me personally, like from my Facebook or whatever, you would know that I am a believer. I believe in God. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. But at work, you wouldn't know that. Through my YouTube, you may or may not know that. Through my social media, you may or may not know that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a hit or miss, and that's what I don't like, because my religion is a big part of my life, and I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm like, I cannot do this alone. I have a vision that I know will come to fruition, but I can't really get there if I don't get closer to God and know what He's trying to say to me and what He wants me to do. So over the past couple of weeks, I've really been getting really diligent in my word, strengthening my relationship with God. But last month is when I really started to get to a point where I was just like so stressed, where I was so overwhelmed with my business, with YouTube, with my job, with my 5-year-old, like being so freaking hard-headed. You know, just life. And I was really like, I cannot do this. So I really have been learning to really trust God and really give everything to Him. So really, I've started a spiritual journey with God. I think most of us come to those times sometimes where we break down and, you know, we start trusting God and believing in Him and everything He says, and then we feel that peace, and then when everything gets better, you know, you slowly start to drift away. I've been through that a few times, but this time I'm just like, not this time, honey, because I just got so low in my life where I'm just like, I'm taking on too much. I cannot do this. So I know for a fact that I'm at a place where I cannot hide God, and that's what I've been doing. And I really think that's just because the way society is set up. When you go all the way through grade school, you cannot talk about religion and you cannot talk about politics. It's the same thing when you get to college. It's even like that when you get in certain jobs. It's understandable. It's two very controversial topics that can really make somebody feel some type of way, get somebody heated. I understand it totally, just being respectful, but it's just been hard because at the age I am now, I'm like, I cannot. I literally feel like I'm in a place where I can't speak on my God, where I can't talk about Jesus. And I'm not saying that that's what I'm trying to do all day, every day. But if I want to say that's a blessing, I want to be able to say that's a blessing without feeling convicted. Like, oh, shoot, I might get in trouble for that. If somebody report what I said. You know, I don't want to feel like I can't say thank you, God, or amen. You know, whatever I want to say. I feel like I've been constricted pretty much all my life not to speak on my religion, that anytime I feel like I make a post or I say anything about God or Jesus, that I'm pushing my religion on people, which is not what I'm doing, but that's what it feels like. I've just had so much tension building up inside of me because of stress, and just feeling like I can't really be myself, and feeling like I have to make my channel be a certain way for it to pop off and get discovered and everything like that. But I just can't live my life like that anymore. It's really crazy because I've had so many revelations. Please excuse the glare on my glasses. Like, I just can't with these lights. Like, your girl wears glasses. Like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do what I can. But I've come a long way in the past few months, and I've really learned so much about myself, about self-love. Like, really real self-love, not this rah that you see on social media. Always be you. There's no one else like you. Happy Monday. No, I'm talking about real life, nitty gritty self-love. Like, when you really love yourself, you don't worry about what anybody else think about you or what anybody care about you. And that's been a problem for me for a long time. I will have to save that for another video. But I am evolving, and I'm always evolving. We should all always be evolving, but I have been transforming so fast. Ever since the end of December, things have been going crazy. Growth ain't always pretty. I've been through some real ugly things these past few months, but I just embrace it because I know that's God looking out for me. I know that's God preparing me for what I have coming. And something like that, me saying something like that would make me feel so uncomfortable to say anywhere, anytime, just because of how I've been conditioned in this world. But I can't live like that anymore because I know where I stand, and I know what I believe in, and I know who I am. And when you know who you are, that is powerful. That's real, because nobody can take that from you. Nobody can't take nothing from you. I've worked hard to get into this place where I'm standing tall on who I am and what I'm about, and I cannot let YouTube crush that or take that away from me. Now, they say you should niche down so tightly that people know exactly what they're going to get when they come to your channel. But I don't want to always talk about relationships, because relationships are very important in life. I'll say that. I have said that in previous videos, but life is not all about relationships. I say that too, and I've said that in a video. So I can't say in one video life is not all about relationships and then all my content be about relationships. Like, I can't confine myself that tightly, because I feel like, for one, I can't really do God's work, and two, I'm not really helping people to their full potential if I don't give everything that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really plan to go somewhere with this channel. I really want to help people out there. I really want to reach people, and I cannot do that if I'm only talking about one specific topic, one specific thing. Personal growth is very broad, but I'm talking about that growth that's inside, that stuff that's hard, like healing and forgiveness and love and emotional trauma, mental distress. I'm talking about stuff like that. Stuff that I know for a fact, because I know that I've been through. I'm talking about relationships. When you want something to work so bad, you put in so much effort, time after time, year after year. When you get out of a relationship that you put so much time into and you feel broken, and then you have somebody else that comes up on you and wants to love you, and you don't know how to accept that love. You don't know how to take that. Don't get me started, honey. Don't get me started. Stuff like that. That's what I care about. That's what I know. That's what I want to speak. And I want to speak on what I want to speak on. I can't do that if everything out there is telling me, oh, YouTube says you should only make your videos about this. You should only talk about that. Like, no. So my content from this point forward is going to be just a tad bit different. Only that it's just going to get just a bit more broad. Now, if that means I'm going to lose some subscribers because I'm talking about God and I'm talking about the Lord Jesus, okay. Like, we just don't vibe. We just don't rock. That's okay. Everybody is not for everybody. Okay, but I know I can't just withhold all this information that I know could help somebody. You know, they try to make it seem like you always gotta sit in one room, or you always gotta, like, no, like, I know there's certain things that you have to do and that you can do that will best help promote your channel and that people will like. Now, there are some things that I found in my research that I like, that I do and will continue to do, but there's some things that I just won't. And it's not like I'm just gonna be up here talking about,
girl, bruh, I went to the Cheesecake Factory last night. You know, that's my favorite restaurant or whatever. It was so fine.
No, not saying that I'm not going to be personable, but anything that comes out of my mouth to you is going to be something that at least I feel like is worth listening to. I'm not just about to be sitting up here blah 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 blah. Like, I talk with intention. I personally do not like small talk. I don't. I know it's a part of life and I do it when I have to. But when you talking about having small talk with the same people at work every day, it just like, it's just, I don't like it, because to me it's not real. We just having this short little conversation. It just killed this quiet elevator silence that's going on right quick while we at the microwave. And no, like, while we preparing our lunch, I don't like stuff like that. I like my conversations to be rich. Not saying that everything that I talk about has to be so serious, because I love a good laugh. Like, that's one reason why I really started feeling my boyfriend. He started feeling me first. But he's funny. I love funny people. Like, I love to joke. I could be a little silly, but I don't think I'm really like a funny person. Not purposely. But yeah, like, growth is my passion. It's my passion. I know my boyfriend be getting tired of me sometimes because I'm always be on something.
You need to create a to-do list. What goals do you have by the end of the year? What do we need to get done? How long do you think? Blah, blah, blah.
I do try to chill it down sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But like, I used to have a problem with looking too far into the future. I really had to work on that. It's much better now, and I've learned how to actually live in the present. But yeah, like, this is not just, I'm not just out here talking, and I just can't stand like when I'm on social media and people say just the most generic stuff. Like, yeah, that's true, but that's not gonna help nobody. You need to elaborate. Like, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm telling you, the content there is, at some point I'm gonna start going on live. But yeah, just right now it's just posts.
You have a pretty band.
Say hi.
Hi.
There you go. You done got in the video, girl. You go, girl. But yeah, it's not like my channel is about to have some whole drastic change, but I'm not just about to be talking about exes all the time and toxic relationships, because that's not even good for my mental health. I gotta talk about stuff that's positive sometimes too. Yeah, I just can't be talking about stuff that's negative and toxic all the time. Like, I can't. Like, plus, like I said, if I have more information to give, I feel like I would not be doing my full part or all that I could do if I didn't share that information. I do enjoy YouTube, but I feel like with every video I've been putting out, things have just been getting like tighter and tighter and tighter for me, because I feel like I'm trying to constrict myself so much based off what it seems like YouTube wants or what people want. And that's the thing, like, you could do all the research you want, but you never really know what people actually want when it comes to YouTube, because if people knew that, people would be blowing up left and right. I don't really know what people want. I just do research, and if it's something that it seems like people want and I have knowledge about it, I'll make a video about it. But in all reality, I don't know what people want. I would rather just give what I have, and people that really truly rock with me will come. You know what I'm saying? That's just too fake for me, and I can't be building something based off what's not fully me. I don't want to create a job that I end up not liking. I want to enjoy it. And the thing is, if I start making content that I believe that everybody else wants, and people start coming and they like that content, and then I get to a point where I'm burnt out and I want to change it up, they're not going to accept that. I don't even know if they're going to like what I'm talking about, or they're going to like what I'm doing, because to them it's going to be like, oh, she's doing something new up here. Some people might like that, but honestly, a lot of people don't like change and they're resistant to change. So to me, this is God telling me, like, no, Gabby, you need to cut it out. You need to stop. Stop trying to be what you think everybody wants you to be. Stop trying to do what you think everybody wants you to do, and do you. I created you to be who you are. You went through everything you went through for a reason. Share what you know to help people. Okay, God, got you. So that's just what I gotta do. I want to do what I think people might like, but I also want to do things that I know I like and that I enjoy. And on this journey, I spend more time with God. I pray every morning now, which I wasn't praying that before at all. Maybe like every now and again, or like, you know, when you just feel like that point, like, oh shoot, I need to pray. I thank God through the day. And I got a new journal on the front. It says destination : everywhere. And in there, I just write everything down that I see in my mind. I write all my dreams and aspirations in there. And it's just a real positive place for me to be in, especially at the end of the day. Like if I've had a long day at work, my job is really not that hard. It's just not for me. So I found myself in that place where I am more aware of what the good is in my life, and to be thankful and to trust God, and how all the pieces just come together to bring me at peace. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I really didn't want this video to be too long. I feel like I say that a lot. I be talking. Like I said, more great content to come. Look out for that. Subscribe and join the fam. If you want to like the video, if you like, let me know. If you are on a spiritual journey or have been thinking about taking one with God. That's it for this video. Until next time, and peace and love. I'm out.